Yes, sir. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of your favorite show on Wednesday night, the Black and Gold Show, dedicated to Bama State football. I'm your host, JB, and you are tuned in to the Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network. This is going to be a great show, special show tonight, man. As you see, we doing game 4, Bama State versus FAMU preview. I got a special guest on the show right here with me, my partner from SWAC Smoke, Mr. Jerome, the Rattler man himself. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing well, JB. Man, I want to thank you. I appreciate you having me here on the show tonight to represent the Rattlers. And, I'm looking forward to this weekend's ball game as well as to doing this show, I told you before the show, I had to do my research getting on with you. I can't just freestyle it and kick it like I do on SWAC Smoke. I had to do a little bit of homework, come in prepared a little bit, But let's do this.
Hey man, I'm a big fan of SWAC Smoke. Y'all was the first ones to put me on y'all platform last year. When I first started doing the Black and Gold show. So shouts out to C Wells, man. Jerome is the partner that's on SWAC Smoke every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and you can go follow them at SWAC Talk. It'll be in the description of this video where you guys can find. And we had C Wells on a few weeks ago doing on Southern, so y'all should be familiar with SWAC Smoke and SWAC Talk. So shouts out to everybody in the comments right there. We appreciate y'all. Hey, the Yard Apparel, shouts out to you. I got my gear on. We about to go through the sponsors in a minute, but I appreciate all y'all. Hit them comments up, man. Y'all hit them comments up tonight, man. Hornet Sale said, not Jerome. Yes, sir. Y'all know what's up, man. Hey, we appreciate all the love tonight. So what y'all do each and every week, like I tell you, man, please hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already, and share it to your people. Speaking of SWAC Talk, there it is right there. Shouts out to C Wells watching the show tonight. So we gonna cut up tonight, man. Jerome, I'm not gonna let you beat me up tonight with your FAMU talk. We gonna go back and forth. I got some ammunition for you tonight.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Before we get started, y'all, let's I gotta do my sponsors before we really get started. So as you guys know, we are sponsored by the whole podcast network is sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, your local Benz dealer, Montgomery, Alabama, 217 Eastern Boulevard. If you in the market for a new Mercedes-Benz or any other used car in particular, come to Jack Ingram Mercedes and do your shopping. Proud sponsor of the Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network. Go to jackingrammercedes.com, shop for your new vehicle, and go visit them, 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery. Also, we are sponsored by the Yard Apparel brand. Shouts out to my guy, Demetrius, always coming through with the gear. I got on my Lincoln Normal. Y'all don't know nothing about this Lincoln Normal. Y'all don't know nothing about this right here, man. Hey, this is some exclusive gear right here. All of it's on the website, the yardapparelbrand.com. Also, as promised, I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but the Swarm coming. We 2 weeks away. It's going down. That's the new shirt right there. That is the founding year embroidery tee, the official homecoming t-shirt for 2025 homecoming. Get yours. I got mine today. Actually, you can go right there on the yardapparelbrand.com and get your shirt in time for the game on next Saturday. Now, we're going to talk about next Saturday next week. This week, we talking about the big game that's going to go down this week. Now, Jerome, we're going to be at the game. So this is for everybody who will not be at the game. This is where you can watch it. HBCU Go. That's the time right there. I don't know why you wouldn't come to this game if you can't get to Tallahassee. If you're a Bama State fan, it's only what 3.5-hour drive. I know, Ron, you right down there in Tallahassee. So first of all, you in Tampa? Okay, you in Tampa.
I'm in Tampa. Mm-hmm.
So how far? It's a nice little ride for you. What, about 3 hours? 3.5?
4 hours. 3.5, 4 hours. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. So Jerome, you go to a lot of the FAMU games. Actually, you came to the Gump last year, and
yes,
you
sir.
know we linked up at the Gump last year when we had y'all for our homecoming. This time we're coming there. So tell me what the atmosphere is going to be like in Tallahassee on Saturday.
It's going to be an electric atmosphere this weekend in Tallahassee. First home SWAC game. I understand they, at FAMU, they only have a certain amount of tickets that they release to the students. I understand they open up another allotment to allow more students into the ball game. So I expect Bama State to travel well. I expect to see their band there. You know, they trying to get a little get back, not only for last year's homecoming game, but for the previous years that we've been playing in the SWAC. But it's going to be live. The only drawback I have is that 3 p.m. kickoff Eastern time. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. So hydrate, and if you got you a straw hat, a cowboy hat, or something, you know what I mean. Ain't no time to be cute. I'll tell you like that right there. You know.
Hey, man. So I may be either in the press box or on the sideline. So, and I also saw it may be a chance for rain in the forecast. And you know how that rain is down there in Florida. It can rain, pour down. So I went to Tallahassee a few weeks back for the Alabama-Florida State game, and it poured down for about 10 minutes. Next thing you know, the sun came right up and it was beaming.
Right.
It was not a good experience for me. So I expect the next go round this weekend to be a better experience and for me to get that win back. So Jerome, now you were absolutely right about getting the straw hat, the bucket hat. I've been looking for me one because, man, it's going to be hot out there. That humidity ain't nothing to play with down in Florida. Nothing to play with down there.
No, yeah. So, you know, like I say, and drink you some water, you know, blend you some water in with them ice cold ones. Blend in you some water. That's all I can say. You know,
Sharif said
enjoy in moderation. Yep. But it's gonna be a good time, bro. It's gonna be a good time. You know, win or lose, I think it's gonna be a great atmosphere. I like the fact that Bama State band is coming, and this rivalry has become one of the bigger SWAC rivalry games since FAMU has joined the SWAC. You know, each game has come down to the fourth quarter. You know, you can't really ask for anything better. Two good bands, two great fan bases. The schools are fairly close to each other, so it's a natural rivalry, and it's all the things that SWAC football is. You know, it's everything you're looking for in SWAC football, basically.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it any better, man. Shouts out to Sharif Hall in the chat. Better be some good tailgate food because he there for his cousin Body. That's what's up, man. Hey, Sharif, you got to tap in with me, man. I'm a big Body fan. Shouts out to Rick Body. He probably will be watching tonight. So,
hey, you know, I wouldn't be representing FAMU if I ain't brag different. And I might as well go on and put this out there now. You know, we ain't scared of nobody.
I don't know why I knew that was coming. Jerome. So.
Ain't scared of nobody, man. Come on now. We respect everybody, though. We respect everybody.
Yeah. Y'all better be ready. You know, because 10 touchdowns, 0 interception. And, you know, matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and jump the gun just a little bit since you said that. I got something for you, and I'm going to put this on display. So this is the highest passing efficiency in the whole FCS. This is it right here. You can't get no higher than that. Andrew Body got it. I know it's a small sample size, only 3 games. But this man has been playing immaculate football. So how you feel about this, Jerome? What are y'all going to do to stop Andrew Body?
Well, seeing as though I'm not the coach, but if I was playing Body on college football 25, My approach would be to make this cat as pedestrian as possible. Don't let this guy come out there and be dynamic, running all over the field, slinging the ball all every which way, over the top, over your head, back to the left, being all dynamic. We got to just keep this cat and make him just be a regular player. Not saying that he can't do that, because you can see his passing rate. You understand?
Yep.
But we just got to contain body, because he's not only efficient at passing, he also leads Bama State in rushing.
That's true.
So he'll double-edged sword. So is you just can't let him be dynamic like that. You got to make him just a regular pedestrian quarterback. Now that's easier said than done, but in order to do that, we're gonna have to get good pass lane, keep good spacing in our pass lane. We can't overrun and twist ourselves and leave no open spaces for this cat, because he'll go 60 quick. We've seen that time, the times that he's played.
So I would say this: y'all do have some good. Body has put some great tape on the first 3 weeks. I mean, the first game out the gate, man, spectacular performance at UAB. Now I'm gonna talk about the first 3 games for Bama State, and I'm gonna get your take on fans. But he has some great tape out there, and I like what you said. But it's like you say, easier said than done, because nobody's been able to stop him. Now, the first half against Southern, they kind of did some things, got a few sacks on Body, put some pressure on him. But once he settled in that second half, he was a surgical out there, picking them apart. And we saw what he did against Miles. Damn near perfect game. So I just wanted to put that out there, since you mentioned ain't nobody scared of nobody. I had to go ahead and show you what's coming to Tallahassee this weekend. The Andrew Body Show.
All right. Well, hey, got to bring it, baby.
Yeah.
We'll be waiting in Bragg. It'll probably be a good 20,000 waiting on him in Bragg. Okay. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna estimate high. Okay. I'm gonna get us right up under capacity. All right. 18 to 20,000 people. That's what I'm gonna go ahead on to say.
Well, I bet I will get there early. I know you said the tailgate gonna be about 11 o'clock. I'll be there.
Okay, I'll be just getting set up at 11, but I don't think we get in there but 4 hours ahead of the game, but so I'm ready. Actually, I'm ready to see Body in person. You know what I mean? These guys that we seeing now are going to be the videos and clips that 10, 15 years from now they're going to be showing. Like, we see them old clips, SWAC clips of Lim Barney and all them, old SWAC greats. We're watching this generation of SWAC greats right now, and I think Body is one of them, especially if he continue playing like he has been these first 3 games.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you for noticing that greatness, Jerome. I know you'll stand up dude. You call it how you see it. Even though you're a bit rattler, man, you still gonna call it how you see it. That's why I respect you. That's why I like you, Jerome. You ain't gonna sugarcoat it, and you ain't gonna pacify it.
Yeah, I ain't say y'all was gonna win. I said I ain't gonna go that far now. Come on now.
Okay, all right. Hey, well, that's why we on the show, so we can talk about why I think Bama State gonna win and why you think FAM gonna win. So
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
So, all right, let's go with the preview. Before we do the preview, man, let's talk about the first 3 games. What's your biggest takeaway from the first 3 games FAMU has played so far?
Okay. First of all, I want to say that FAMU and Bama State schedules have run pretty much congruent with each other. Both of them played a Division II team. Both of them played an FBS squad, and both of them played an FCS team. So we can kind of look at the stats and kind of see, kind of even grade them out evenly, and they are what they are. But having said that, inconsistency is the word for FAMU right now. We see flashes of great plays, but then you will go through a period where we have inconsistency, where we either dropping passes, missing tackles, missing throws, things of that nature. So right now, that's what's happened through these first 3 weeks. And our schedule, our record is not like anybody in the FAMU nation thought it would be. At least we assumed we were going to be 2-1. Some of us, like myself, was hoping we was going to be 3-0 going into this ball game.
Right.
However, the record is what it is. So we have to just move forward and take it from here. And this is a big game by being our first SWAC game. We got Bama State at home in Bragg, so we got that going for us on our side. But the players and team themselves are going to have to be more consistent and focused to win this game.
Yeah, for sure. So you haven't seen that out of the first 3 games? You haven't seen consistency, focus out of those first 3?
No. I don't think not for the whole complete 60 minutes of a ball game. They haven't played a complete ball game yet. Yeah. It's understandable with the first game coming out with all the new players, the new coaches, the first game of the season. So, you can kind of get the gist and kind of understand how you come out like that. And then the next week we had FAU coming into town. Yeah. So that was, we went down to FAU. So, it was kind of hard for us to get some consistency in that game. We came out in the first half and missed some throws and things like that. But in the second half, that's when we scored and got 2 touchdowns. And that's when you could see a little bit of consistency, or I guess I should say cohesion, coming together with the offense. I think the defense has played pretty well throughout the season, considering the situations, the games that they played. But no, it's nowhere been enough consistency on the offensive side to win the ball game.
I feel you on that. So yeah, because I saw y'all put up 9 points game 1, and what y'all put up game 2? How many points?
14, I think it was 14 against FAU. Yeah. And then we were able to string together I think it was 33 or 31 last weekend. In those games, especially that Howard game, we had, I know, one big drop on a pass, that was definitely a touchdown, so leaving out of that game, I felt optimistic because I knew that I saw that the coaches were able to scheme things open, but it was just the connection hadn't pretty much developed completely yet. Right. And so last weekend, we were able to score more points with the 33 points, but that game could have really gotten out of hand had the receivers caught some of the passes, that were given to them that could have been first downs. And we had the quarterback missing a few throws again in that ball game.
Right.
Or I know we had, I want to say, at least 3 drops. And RJ was out of 18 pass, 18 or 17 out of 24 or something like that. He had a pretty high passer rating himself last weekend. His stats are not as dynamic as Andrew Body, but he ranked 3rd in the SWAC in passing.
Is he?
Yeah, look it up.
Okay.
He got 677 yards passing, and he split some time with Petty in some of the games. You know. And and like I said, we've had a lot of drops and a lot of missed passes. So his stats could be a little bit better had we made some more plays and had a little bit more focus on the offensive side in that. So, I think it's going to even itself out. I'm happy that Coach Cozy is sticking with Johnson and allowing him to, I guess, grow up and play, and learn the position, And I can say that I have seen some improvement from week to week. And if it continues to go like it's been going, I think he's trending up, in my opinion.
Well, you better tell him. Send him this message. Tell him Swarm coming. Tell him the Black Swarm coming. Yeah. So he better be ready. He gonna have to grow up this week. He got to grow up this weekend because that Black Swarm defense coming.
Yeah, well, hey, we expect that. We expect the Black Swan to be coming from, that coach has been informing his players that it's going to be a hard-hitting ball game. They don't think he's even been showing videos of the previous matchups and showing how intense this rivalry is because we got so many new players on the team. He's trying to introduce them to kind of prepare them for what they're going to go into, the type of environment that is going to be out there Saturday.
Yeah.
So they'll wear the Black Swan.
Okay. Yeah. And a lot of people was worried about our defense after the UAB game and gave up them 50 points and turned right back around, and you saw what we did to Southern. We kind of shut them down offensively, and then what we did against Miles, so the defense I feel good about after the past 2 weeks. Offense has been rolling for Bama State. We're averaging 36 points per game. I actually asked Coach Eddie today at the presser, does he think the offense is going to keep rolling? And Eddie's going to always say he don't care how many points we score, long as we win. It could be 9-8, it could be 33-32, long as we come out on top. That's Coach Eddie's motto. Hey, get one more point more than the other team, that equals a win. So but I feel like the first 3 games for Bama State, I feel good coming out of the bye week. I feel like they have a lot to look forward to as far as this offense. The greatest show on turf, that Body said. We've been putting up points, and like I say, 10 touchdowns, no picks. The wide receivers, we have 3 wide receivers with 3 touchdowns and over 100 yards receiving. Jalen Jones has been a stud, over 300 yards. He's the top receiver in the SWAC. So we got a lot on the offense. I think the running game needs to come alive, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But from the first 3 games with Bama State, everybody saw the shootout with UAB, and they say, okay, we put the SWAC on notice. We put everybody on notice week 1. And then you turn around week 2, go on the road to Southern, and play a SWAC team, right? And beat them at home 30-7, whatever the score was. We put BTA on Southern in their own stadium. So feeling really good about that. And last week, 2 weeks ago, we did what we had to do first home game, beat up on Miles. So I feel real good about Bama State. That's why I'm confident that we can go down to Bragg and come home with a victory, because this schedule is not going to get any easier. I mean, we got homecoming after that, but then we got to go to Jackson State. So we got 2 big games in a 3-week span, with FAM and Jackson both on the road. And we owe both teams because y'all beat us last year. So it's going to be a good few weeks right here.
Yeah, it's going to separate. The cream's going to rise to the top, and all the speculation will be over with. We'll be able to know exactly where we stand after these next 3 weeks. I think FAMU travel to Mississippi Valley, I think, the following weekend. Yeah. Well, they're playing in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But and then I can't go too much. I can't remember too much farther than that. Yeah. Maybe North Carolina Central. But
Hornet saying, say what glove that you had. What that glove at? With the Infinity Stone.
Who is this want to see the glove? They want to see
Hornet saying, hey man, my people watch SWAC Talk too. They know what's up. They watch SWAC Smoke. Go and pull it out. There we go. He got it. Hey. See where I said the retired.
Huh?
See where I said it retired. Hey, you got a thing in the crime world bag.
Oh yeah. He's got his place.
Yeah.
The glove is here. The glove is around. The glove is around,
That's it. There we go.
We ain't had no reason to use the glove just yet. I guess we going into SWAC play, so
it's time.
Might be an opportunity to bring it back out. You know what I mean? But we got a different theme for this year. We on a safari. We collecting artifacts this year right here.
Oh man, he could.
Yeah, it ain't about the takeover. We collecting. We know how to see. Look what I got. It's from last weekend. You see that? That's all Bama State football. We snatched from them last weekend. Took their ball and went home with it. Brought it. We collected.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
But nah, man, come on, man. Let's go. Say that for tomorrow night.
The people they ask, man. We got to get the people what they want. Yeah, old Crown Royal bag, big old bag too, not the small one.
Y'all. Hey.
Oh, gee, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. Hey, man, we got Jerome from SWAC Smoke, man. Y'all go SWAC Talk. Y'all know what to do. SWAC Talk YouTube channel. SWAC Smoke comes on tomorrow night, Thursday night, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Jerome, C. Wells, and Big Soldier sometimes be on. So great content, man, for the SWAC. Now let's go ahead and do our preview, man. Let's see where I was gonna start. All right, so recent history of this matchup. We know FAMU 5-0 in the last 5 games against State. Even Coach Eddie know. He opened up the presser this morning and said, "Yeah, Cozy know what's up. Y'all don't beat us up over the past since Eddie been there. Eddie ain't beat FAMU. So I mean, even before Eddie got there, we haven't beat FAM. So yeah. I feel like this game means a little bit more. I don't know about y'all on FAM side, but I know Bama State, it means a little bit more. Starting out SWAC play like this on the road, big game, we got to have it. And I came into the preseason saying that the FAM and the Jackson State, we got to win both of these, and it's looking like that A&M game is going to be pretty, pivotal too, the Madison City Classic, because they're on the road too. But talking about this game right here, man, I feel like it's a must-win for Bama State. If I ask you the same question for FAMU, what would you say?
It's a must-win. We got to win. It's going to be hard for us to win because of the situation. It's hard to beat somebody 6 times in a row, but it is what it is. We got to go into this ball game and start fast and take the starch out of the Hornets early in the game. We can't. The longer we let them hang around, the more opportunity they're gonna feel as though they got a chance to win. So we got it's a big ball game, and I know that they're gonna be focused like they are, but all of them they're gonna be focused every game, So we just got to win one play at a time. That's what FAMU's got to do. And like I say, just try and win that one play and see if we can stack some plays together and be consistent. As long as if we can develop some consistency on the offense, because they haven't really been turning the ball over either, So, we've been protecting the football. We just been getting some 3 and outs, and we special teams have been getting some punch blocks and some kicks blocks and things like that. So hopefully during this bye week, we got that shored up, because we all know that the kicking game, especially in this rivalry game like we have been having, it's been important. It's come down to a kick,
Right.
But it's gonna be tough. All of them tough from this point on out, bro. So it ain't none of them gonna be no easier than the next one. It's just what it is. And as competitors, this is what you like.
Yeah.
And like we were talking before the game. I mean, before we got on here today, we all want to win, but it ain't no hard feelings behind.
No, no, it ain't.
So,
it ain't. I mean,
good, clean competition.
Yep, we all gonna play the game, and whoever win, they get the bragging rights for the year. We just move on. We still gonna eat barbecue and party after the game. Ain't gonna be none of that crazy foolishness going on. We all grown. Yep. So but yeah, man, last year's game. I want to talk about last year's game real quick. Now, Andrew Body didn't play last year. We actually saw Kareem Key for the first time during that game. I forgot who it was. I think it was either James Hayes or Zach Sims. One of the quarterbacks got pulled from the game. Kareem Key comes in, and he actually played pretty well, despite the situation. So, but turnovers, we got some turnovers from y'all. And as I remember early on, we took an interception from you guys. The game was pretty tight, even though you guys won by, I want to say 12 or 13 points. We fumbled at the end of the game and give y'all a touchdown. But that was a really tight game last year. But this year, totally different. We got Andrew Body. We got this high-power offense. And you guys still trying to find yourself, like, identity-wise. So I would say, I don't know what's the spread and what the odds makers say, but I would say Bama State is going down there as the favorite. Would you agree?
I know they got Bama State as a favorite if they had all Bama State coming down to brag as a favorite. So, they're going to, but until we ain't going to make them put no respect on our name. So you're talking about disrespect, so I'm not a gambling man, but just after hearing they had Bama State, Albany State as what, a 6-point favorite last week, 6.5-point favorite. So I would imagine they got y'all at probably 8 to 10. I
ain't gonna say that. No, that's a little bit too much, right?
I don't know, but y'all quarterback putting up similar numbers to what Albany State quarterback was doing. So maybe they got y'all at 6.5, 7 points as well. I don't know. I have to check with C. Wells on that. I know he knows. Put it in the chat, C. Wells.
Yeah, see what I don't see it, man. I mean, it ain't no what I'm looking at. So if y'all know the spread, put it in the chat. So
until FAMU prove otherwise, that's what it's gonna be. As people gonna say that about, until they become more consistent. And if we win this game, it'll go a long way for putting us back into the conversation of being SWAC East champions. See, that's our first goal. Our first goal is just to win the SWAC East.
That's right.
That goal isn't still in front of us. So, and this game here is a very important game that we got to get. We haven't been in this situation in previous seasons. That you can't lose that first SWAC game, because then you count on that team that you lost to lose twice, and you don't have any control over it. Nope. So, that's just a bad feeling to be in. And, but unfortunately, one of our teams is going to be sitting in that spot at the end of the week. Let's see what else say.
Bama State 5.5.
Okay. Yeah. See that?
You almost right.
Yeah. But they're going to put some respect on our name before it's over with. You know what I mean? But it's all cool. That's all fine and dandy.
Yeah. The game is played on the field, man, not by numbers, so we gonna see it. Somebody gonna have to prove it. Now, also I want to say you are absolutely right. So y'all won in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson won last year. So now I feel like it's Bama State time, because I've been saying this all along for the past few years. The big three is Jackson State, Bama State, FAMU, however you want to do it, 1, 2, 3 in the SWAC East. Y'all had y'all turn. Jack State had their turn. Now it's our turn. That's how I feel about it. And I feel like A&M, they trying to come in and break it all up. But we're going to find out. We're going to take it one game at a time. I just get excited about this because it's SWAC play. And, this is what it really matters. Not all games matter before, but they don't matter to the magnitude that it matters from here on out.
Right.
This is the meat and potatoes of the schedule. So ain't no more slipper. You can lose one game, but this is a game you don't want to lose. Like you just said, Jerome, you don't want to start off in the hole and hoping another team lose a game in another game so you can get back in the
right.
Yeah.
You have me pulling for Jackson State. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So at the end of the show, before we give our score predictions for this game, we gonna give our predictions for the other games too. You know, just to throw that out there. So let's talk about some of the key players, man. We talked about Andrew Body. Y'all know everything what Body has done. I want to talk about my running back room, man. The 3-3-4 stable. I had Coach Lewis on last week. Great interview, by the way. If you guys missed the last week's show with Coach Jerome Lewis, running back coach, go check it out. So he calls this crew the 3-3-4 stable. That's Jamari Holsclaw, Carl Ligon, Jabari Kirkendale, Marcus Harris, and so on. Strong group, but they haven't exploded yet. And I feel like that explosion is coming. And what better week than Tallahassee last weekend in September, establish a run game. That's one of my key points in my keys to victory, establishing a run game. I know what Jamari Holsclaw is capable of. He was running wild before he got injured in the Magic City Classic last season. He's back. He runs hard every time I see him. He's not the biggest guy, but he runs hard. Carl Ligon, he's explosive as well. He comes in, brings some speed, different dynamic. Jabari Kirkendale, he was great last year. I want to see more of him, as well as Marcus Harris, big guy. Marcus Harris about 235, 240, but you saw he can break. He can break for a 47-yard touchdown at any given moment. So our running back room is really solid, and I think they're going to play a pivotal role in this game and moving forward. My wide receivers, man, I feel like we got a big three. Jalen Jones, Ajah Harrell, and Dylan the Jet. I feel like those three guys, like I mentioned early on, all three have 3 touchdowns and over 100 yards receiving. So, and they're playmakers, man. Jalen Jones, like I say, leads the SWAC in receiving yards. Ajah Harrell is a big play waiting to happen. Every time he catches the ball, he going 30, 40 yards, making a touchdown or making somebody miss. And Dylan the Jet, the transfer from Wofford, he comes over, Canadian kid, and he fits right in, plays well, physical, he blocks, he does all the little things. And that's just 3 guys. We got more guys, but those are the big 3 in my opinion. And the bodyguards. I call the offensive line group the bodyguards. Solid offensive line group, and their job is to protect body, guard body, So my offense, this is what you're going to get, Jerome. This offense, they coming to collect, right? What are y'all going to do on defense? What do you have on defense to kind of slow down this offense?
Well, I'm looking for, we got a linebacker, number 5, Justice Cross. He play in the middle. He and Nayron Jenkins. I expect both one or both of them to become well acquainted with Andrew Body.
Okay.
That's what I'm expecting. One of them is gonna have to keep their eye on him. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And that's either meeting him in the backfield when he's trying to set up and pass, and also being disciplined enough to stay home when they run that little rollout. He roll his butt out and come out from behind that them bodyguards. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, so I think we're gonna need good game from the linebacking core. You understand? And I already mentioned earlier that our defensive line, we don't really necessarily have any standout names per se as of yet. We got a defensive end, James Gardner, and another defensive end, Antonio Kamen. Those 2 guys are going to have to contain basically on the end, be controlled when they do their pass rush. Just like I say, to keep my man Body in that pocket, in the pocket.
Right.
And then we got some guys. I think he coming back off of injury because he didn't play last week. A big defensive tackle named what is this? Nicholas Demas, I think. I can't pronounce his last name, but he was a transfer, number 0, defensive tackle. He coming in. I didn't see him last week, but he's got to be stout up the middle to stop that running game. From what I've seen, with Bama State offense, and it's just my eye looking. I can kind of tell when they're gonna run because they get into that powerhouse backfield with the two fullbacks and things like that, and they're gonna power it up the middle. So you gotta read your keys in that situation. And then our defense is gonna have to come up and tackle. We ain't gotta necessarily knock nobody out, but that first guy got to at least grab and hold on to the dude, and then the rest of the team got to get there and get hats to the ball. Because they host claw, I think that's how I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah,
my man is electric. He a little guy, but he hard to bring down. I saw that last year when I was up there in that ball game. He's electric. And the screen passes that body run, when they spread teams out real quick, and he can take that quick snap and whip it out there real quick to those receivers, is usually one or two dudes out there. Shout out to Creech. I want to say, Creech, what's up, bro? Yeah. But it's usually one or two dudes out there leading the blocking for them guys. So the first guy that gets there on those little tunnel screens or whatever you call those plays, if he don't do nothing else, he gonna have to slow the dude up and grab him and hold him and wait for somebody else to come along. We cannot allow them to take 2-yard passes and turn them into 8 and 12 and 10-yard passes, if I'm making any sense to you.
And 50 yards. We done that too. Jalen Jones took one to the house about 70 yards.
Yeah. I can believe that too. But I ain't been watching them now. But the plays that I did see, that's what you're gonna have to stop with the offense. You got to get them you can't allow them to get into them little short, less than 5-yard rushing situation. That's when they're going to bring out that elephant rhino or whatever that little package is and try and power you. You understand what I'm saying? And then, in today's football, you're going for it on fourth, depending on where you are in the field. And with a quarterback like Body, anything is possible with him rolling out, with him popping the tight end pass or whatever over your head. So, my thing key for FAMU victory is to tackle, and we're gonna have to strain hard to get off of these blocks to contain and affect Body. And when we get our chance to hit him, and he run out there, he poke his little head out from behind that wall you talking about. We can't allow his butt to slide. We got to go on tackle him down to the ground. Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Body, but it is what it is.
You got to catch him first, Jerome. Hey, we get in the open field, he run like a deer. When he get in the open field, right? Yeah, you got to catch him.
I know.
So, that goes back to what you were saying earlier about discipline. Like, we need to spy on him. You need to keep him in the pocket because when he gets out, it can be a big game because we've seen it. I saw Body make some plays last week. I saw him, 2 weeks ago. I keep saying last week. Make some plays against Miles where, I didn't even expect him to get 15 yards on that play just by running, getting out of the pocket, making something happen. So, and
that was third down was a down that was hurting FAMU in previous games. We would get teams into a good situation where they would have to pass or whatever, and some book or crook they was getting out of it, either quarterback. I think you saw that probably in the Howard game if you watched it. We kept bailing them out, and especially in that first half, with letting them make big passes, even against Bama State. Same thing was happening. We get them into the situation that we want them in, and we wouldn't just necessarily be able to spring that trap to make the big play to get them off the field. So that's what we're gonna have to do definitely this weekend with Body.
Sure. All right, so you talked about your defense, and I talked about my offense. Let me talk about my defense, and then I want to hear what your offense has. For my Black Swarm defense, I'm talking about Rudy Jean Luis. I'm talking about Corey Lucas, Jaleel Lenore, Kayvon Henderson, Keon Lewis, Zaquan Patterson. We got some dogs, man. And Coach Eddie also mentioned Greg Mangle, Trey Phillips, Denzel Johnson. So he mentioned some guys in that secondary. Twillie Levette. Man, shouts out Zaquan Patterson, man. He came right in, caught an interception against Southern, played very well first game. We have a solid defensive group. And I feel like after that first game, giving up those 52 points, and that's embarrassing anytime you give up that many points, no matter who you playing. To come back and right the wrong, right? The tackling has been great, and my secondary has been really good, and Coach Eddie has really liked what he's seen from those guys. What do you expect out of your offense this Saturday, man? Be it quarterback play, the passing game, running game, what you expect to be able to get the best of the Black Swarm defense?
Again, what I want to see, if I was the offensive coordinator, I'm going to come off the top and I'm going to test that same secondary that you're talking about.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Especially if y'all come up and stack the box. I'm going to make your DBs run with Jalen Rogers. I'm going to make your DBs run with Kanari Welcher. You understand what I'm saying? We completed a 75-yard touchdown pass last week. So I'm going to try and do that early in the game to back them off of us, to allow for Thad Franklin to get some running room so we can, why not splits out or whatever, and get some yards in the running game, Right now, Franklin, he's what? Let me see. He only has 39 attempts for 171 yards with 2 touchdowns. Man, and that's not up to his standard. You understand what I'm saying? That's 57 yards per game. That's not up to his standard. So we're going to have to establish the pass to open up the run, and we're going to have to control the ball to keep body on the sideline and allow our defense to rest. Mm-hmm. I mean, all this sound good, but that's what it's going to take for us to win the game. We're going to have to control the ball. We need 8, 7, 8, 10 play drives, ending with touchdown, and take our time and be smart and keep body on the sideline. And another player that we got to get involved is our tight end. He's a big playmaker for us. Miles Campbell transferred from NC North Carolina Central. He's a big playmaker. He had a big 60, 70-yard run, pass and run last week that was called back because of illegal block. He had a big play that could have opened that game up last week even wider for us. But he's going to be a factor. I don't know. Tight ends in the SWAC always seem to be open. Yeah. And in previous years, I know it because we were hitting Kamari Young with the tight end dump, and he opened up a game against Bama State. So I'm pretty sure the coach has been looking at that. So, but the tight ends are gonna have to be a factor, and of course, I want better play out of our offensive line, the entire line. They've been banged up, so and it's kind of hard to say who's going to be out there starting and which ones, but whoever it is out there, they got to basically open up holes and protect in the passing game. Okay, and I think that should allow us to come out of there with a victory.
Well, you mentioned about keeping the ball and time of possession and all that, keeping us on the sideline. Well, I got news for you, Jerome. I'm looking at the stats from when we beat Miles 37-9 a couple weeks ago. They had the ball 37 minutes. We only had it 23. And you see what happened. They ran the ball 42 times. They only scored 9 points. We scored 37 points in 23 minutes. So I'm just putting that out there. Just we had 2-3 minute drives and we scored just like that.
Well, I hate for Miles to catch a stray, but all us done seen Enter the Dragon, and you know what Bruce Lee say: boards do not punch back. So
You wrong for that.
Same thing with Southern, and you talking about their passing attack. Boards don't punch back. You understand what I mean? So,
well, I'm just letting you know. You can play keep away all you want. Hey, we just need the ball. We can score in 2-3 minutes, man. But what you're saying is absolutely right. You wanna have control of the game. You want to have those 7-8 minute drives. For one, you want to wear down the opponent's defense, and you want to give your defense time to rest. So I feel what you're saying, but I'm also telling you, don't be surprised if we had the ball 22 minutes and score 35 points.
If he doing that, then he being dynamic. He doing what I was saying. You understand what I'm saying? He popping off them big runs. He popping off them plays. He's scoring in 5 plays and things like that. Mm-hmm. And if that's the case, from what we've seen from FAMU offense, it will be hard for us to keep up,
exactly
at this point from what we've seen. But
exactly,
that's why we play the game.
Exactly. So y'all please hit the like button if you're watching, man. If you're just joining, I got my boy Jerome from SWAC Smoke on, special guest FAMU fanatic. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, Sports Talk with JB. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. I got to give my keys to victory for Bama State. Then we're gonna do some score predictions, man. But before we do that, we got a break for just 30 seconds. So y'all check this out.
Sports Talking with JB is sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, since 1959 serving the greater Montgomery area, from C-classes to GLEs, and everything in between. Visit them at 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama. Come test drive a new Benz today. At Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, it's time to love what you drive.
All right, man. Had to do that for the sponsors, man. So we back on, gonna finish this show out. So keys to victory for Bama State. What'd you say, Jerome?
I got a chance to look in the chat. Y'all wrong talking about my crown rod bag and talking about I won't be collecting those stones and all that kind of stuff. But we gonna get us a jar of honey hopefully this weekend right here.
That's what the people say, man. The people spoke.
Right. I'm talking to the people. I ain't talking to you, JB. I'm talking to the people.
I know. All right, so this is the game we talking about, man. Y'all can watch it right there on HBCU Go. Me and Jerome will be at the game down there at Bragg Memorial Stadium. So keys to victory for Bama State. I'm gonna give y'all my keys, man. I feel like, and this comes from Coach Ederall, execute. Now, Bama State, they have wore these shirts, execute on front, right? That's really the main focus of really the season, man, to execute. That's what he's been preaching to these guys. Playing physical, limiting the penalties. We still have to limit the penalties because we've been getting 7-8 penalties per game. Be smart and stay focused all game. So it's kind of hard to do that because, adrenaline gets to pumping. You might do something crazy. You might be off task, one play here or there, and something can happen. A big play could happen. But if you execute and everybody do their 111, it's really nothing you can say I did something wrong to lose the game. So that's why we preach execute. Now, with that being the main key, I would say establish a running game, just like we were talking about, Jerome. That time of possession is key when it's hot outside. It's going to be hot down there, and you wearing a defense down. You can get those extra yards because the defense is going to be tired. If you running the ball and you getting 4 or 5 yards a carry, you wearing them guys down. Later in the ball game is going to be a plus for you because them guys going to be tired, man. Them big linemen, they're going to be gassed when we get toward the end of the game. So establishing a good running game. For my defense, I would say get some turnovers. Not saying go out there and get 4, 5, 6 turnovers. We get a couple, interception here, fumble recovery here, change the momentum, and score off the turnover. All that is key. But the major thing is let body cook, right? Let body cook. And Jerome, I know I'm going to put this on the screen one more time and just to remind you, what you got coming down the Bragg this weekend. The Andrew Body Show. Look at this highest passing efficiency in the FCS right here. So, Jerome, give me y'all key to victory. Give me the major key to victory for FAMU.
Well, here's another stat that's, quiet and don't nobody really mention. FAMU defense is ranked second in the SWAC.
Okay.
Allowing 363 yards on the ground and giving up 706 yards in the air. In these first few games that they played, they gave up 10 touchdowns, but 5 of them touchdowns came to FAU. They kept their quarterback in. He's up for some kind of award, so he was trying to right himself. He played well into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So, that's just something that Bama State fans are going to have to take into consideration.
I'm with you.
But I pretty much said it all before what we got to do for this guy.
Yeah.
And if we can get a turnover or a pick, especially a pick six like we have had in previous games, I think that'll really knock them off the balance.
Yeah.
So right now we've been dependent on the offense to put points on the board. If we can get the defense to do some scoring for us, to take a little bit of pressure off that offense, that would help us out a lot. If we can get our defense to come up and give us a short field, that would help our offense a lot, and that will keep Body off the field. So, like I said before, that's easier said than done. But those are some of the keys to the victory that I see that we're gonna have to do.
For sure. And we have put the ball on the ground a few times this year, man. First game we had a fumble, and I think Body put the ball on the ground a couple times against Southern, but it didn't really affect us in the game. But 0 interception, it's gonna be difficult, going into Bragg. Hostile environment, but we're well equipped because we played 2 road games. We played at UAB. I wouldn't really call the UAB a road game because it was a lot of Bama State. Go ahead.
One question, one thing, and my SWAC smoke people understand what I'm talking about. Thick 36 was not at UAB, so I just say that right now.
Okay, all right, okay.
Thick 3600.
Well, I'm gonna say this. We went down to Southern in a month. And shouts out to Sewell. Shouts out to Sewell because he wasn't expecting us to do what we did to Southern. And the same thing coming to y'all, Jerome. I'm not saying it's gonna be a beat down like that, but we coming back with that dog, Jerome.
Yeah, you remember that last time? No, I don't think that wasn't Bama State. That was Grambling that was down there with had them distracted like that. I think that was Grambling. I thought that was Bama State. No, Bama State got down there and got to fighting the security guard. I got my team mixed up, but
hey, I want to say we got honeybees, so hey, it is what it is. Hey, we go.
But I got my team mixed up. I'm sorry about that. That wasn't y'all. That was Graham. That had them distracted like that. The distraction committee will be there. So
okay,
that's all I got to say.
Okay. All right, so let's do this before we go, man. Let's give some predictions, but I want to go ahead, pull the SWAC schedule up for this week. Before we go, give our score prediction for Bama State, Florida A&M. Let's work our way from the bottom up, and let's give our predictions on these games. Alcorn, against Prairie View. Who you got in this game? I mean, not Prairie View. I'm sorry, that ain't Prairie View.
That's UAPB.
That's PV. That's PB.
I think Alcorn running attack should win them this game.
Mm-hmm. Think so? On the road? Okay.
No, that's the road.
Yeah.
Well, this is a Heritage Classic, I think.
That's the Heritage. That's the Heritage Classic. Okay.
But
yeah, so that's
I'm gonna get that to Alcorn running attack.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you on Alcorn too. Y'all can give y'all prediction too. I think Alcorn will take care of that business. This is a big one right here. So JSU going to Southern. This is a big game right here for the SWAC. Now Southern already, You saw what we did to them. Man, go ahead. Who you got? Who you got?
You know, it pains me to say this, but Jackson should win this ball game. Southern just don't have any offense right now. And until that changes, I think Jackson should be able to go down there and come out with a victory, considering how strong their defense is. And they got enough running attack to put some points on the board. Southern got a stout defense, but they got to get some help from the offense. And until that happens, I'm going to be picking whoever they playing against.
Okay. Man, Sewell, I hope Sewell didn't take and take that to heart, but I got JSU too, man. You know, I mean,
I call it like I said.
Yeah, you got to, man. So Grambling at PV, man. This gonna be a pretty good one here. I like PV. Who you like?
You know, I like Coach Jackson down there at PV. So I'm gonna go with him just off of this on the strength of I like my man attitude, and it seemed to be bleeding over into the program. They had a hell of a running attack last weekend too. But Grambling, you know, they've been struggling. So I got to go with PV.
Okay, so they ain't gonna be Big G, huh? They're not Big G this week.
No. Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
All right, TSU, man. TSU going down to Mississippi State, Mississippi Valley.
Texas Southern.
Yeah,
Texas
easy.
Southern got that. Yeah, they still upset about their opening loss, you know. And Valley still trying to get their feet up under them.
That's true. Yeah. And I know we always doing the predictions of how many games they will win a few weeks back on SWAC Smoke. Y'all ain't give Valley no love. But I mean, y'all ain't give Valley 2 games?
Hey, I don't know. That sounds about right.
Yeah, something like that. All right, so Alabama A&M, man. A&M going down to Bethune-Cookman, man. I think A&M got this one easily.
I ain't gonna say easy because it's gonna be hot down there too.
Well, it's hot in Alabama too.
Yeah, it is. But I'm gonna go with Bama. I'm gonna go with Bama A&M. I'm gonna go with Bama A&M. You know, even though I know my wife ain't gonna appreciate that. But my wife, she a Wildcat. She went to Bethune.
Okay.
But but I'm gonna go with Alabama A&M. I like the way the quarterback is playing. Cornelius Brown, I think that's his name.
Yes, sir.
He's been looking good. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bethune turn around and shock these guys if they come down there overconfident, because Bethune seemed to have found something when they went out there and they lost. I forget the game that they lost, but that was South Carolina State. Second half. In that second half, they seemed to have found something on offense that kind of carried over to them. Although it was Edward Waters, but they were able to move the ball and pass the ball. So but A&M should squeak out of it.
You make a good point. You know, I mean, yeah, but I like Coach Shade, man. Coach, they got them boys playing good ball. I feel like Mississippi Classic is gonna be a classic game. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, and I kind of want A&M to keep winning. I just want the Madison City Classic to be
all of that. Yeah, they should go down there and win now, but don't be surprised, you know.
Okay, I'm with
especially if they get to hanging out at the beach the night before and all that kind of stuff.
Keep them boys on the beach, Coach Shade. If anybody can get in touch with A&M, keep them boys on the beach on Friday night, man. You know. All right, so the big game. Let's go ahead and give our score predictions, man. This is the big game of what we talking about. The biggest game of the weekend. Bama State going down to FAMU, to Bragg, Tallahassee. This is where you can watch the game. HBCU go 2:00 Central in Bama, 3:00 Eastern in Florida. All right, so I know who you got, Jerome, and you know who I got. Give me your score prediction.
I'm I'm gonna go with a shoot. It's gonna be a squeaker, bro. Either way it goes. So I'm gonna go with 31-28, 35-31, something in that neighborhood, FAMU.
Y'all gonna put that many points on us?
Yeah, you're gonna be shocked.
Ooh.
You're gonna be surprised. And
Okay.
you know, you're gonna be shocked. I think you are, but
Okay.
and I'm giving Body a lot of credit, we're coming up with some points. Plus, just the fact that that's how the game has been. I'll be a fool to come in here and say it's going to be a blowout. I mean, considering the history of the ball games that we played these last 4 or 5 years, they came down to Isaiah Major interception. They came down to Kendall Bowler punt return. You know what I mean? Even like you say, last year's game came down to a fumble to close the game out. So honestly, I don't expect it to be any different. I'm just giving us the advantage because of the home field and brag.
So shouts out to my dog Demetrius at Yard Apparel. I don't know how you knew this, my boy, but this is my score 30-20, 31-20. I got the same score, 31-20. I got Bama State winning by 11, man. I feel like we gonna score 30. So I mean, I can go out there right now on record and say we're gonna score at least 30 because we averaging 36. Every game we have put up points. So, and I just feel like I don't think y'all can put up no 30. So I'm gonna give you 20. And I say 31-20 because I feel like a turnover might be a key. We may get us a pick, a fumble or something like that, change the game, go down there and score a touchdown. But I like 31-20 as a score, and you like 31-28, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a 3-4 point ball game. Family gonna pull it out.
Okay. And I got Bama State, man. So y'all, it's no secret. Y'all know who we was gonna pick one before we came on here. You know, you see what he got on, and you see what I got on. So it's no secret. It's no secret, you know. But that's what we came to do. We came to give y'all the insight, give y'all the goods, break this thing all the way down to the bone gristle, and pick the game at the end. So hey, I hope we did a great job tonight. You know, shouts out to everybody in the chat, been showing love, and I'm gonna give you an opportunity to Jerome, tell the people where they can find you at, man, and tell them about SWAC Smoke.
Check us out on Thursday nights on SWAC Smoke. Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Central and 6 p.m. Eastern, I think it is. And you can catch C. Wells on SWAC Talk. When is this? Tuesday nights, Thursday night? He has so many various times that he come on, but
all over the place.
Yeah, man. Just subscribe and come in and check us out, man. We have fun over there on SWAC Smoke. Good fun banter between Southern FAMU and Jackson fans. All three of us getting along, having good fun, going at each other. And we even got, we have UAP people in the chat and a lot of other schools represented in the chat.
Yes.
And it's good fun over there. So come check us out. We haven't gone live after the games yet, but I think as we get later into the season, we'll start going live on Saturday nights after the games. But I appreciate you having me on the show, giving me this opportunity to spread my wings and, become a YouTube star. Meet some new people up here in Alabama. And I look forward to this weekend, bro. And I'll see you down there. We're gonna hook up. And
for sure. It's gonna be great, man. Save me a spot at the tailgate. I'm gonna get there early. Shouts out, there goes C. Wells in the chat. So SWAC Talk Show right there. Y'all, that's the YouTube channel. So y'all go subscribe to that if you haven't already. All the SWAC content each and every week. C. Wells do about 4 or 5 shows a week.
All
SWAC
the time.
Smoke all the time. So that is also C. Wells is the what they call C. Wells, the tour guide of the SWAC.
Tour guide around the SWAC.
Yes, sir. So if you need all your SWAC, because you only come here for Bama State content, you go to SWAC Smoke, SWAC Talk Show for all that SWAC content. And we appreciate you, San Quinetta. Hornet Sam, got 34-17, big Bama State.
On it,
like
Sam. I talk to you. Man, can I pop back in? Well, yeah, I ain't gonna come back next week because you're gonna be focused on who y'all got next week, whatever it is. But
we got homecoming. You come. Hey, homecoming. Hey, man.
I might pop back in next week when we're me a box of Honey Nut Cheerios or something like that. Eating me some Honey Nut Cheerios cereal or something like that. We'll see how it go.
Hey, I got to find out after the game. I got to find out what souvenir I can bring back to the gun with me after we put that BTA on y'all. You know. So,
hey,
I got to find me a little rattler. I need to find me a little rattler or something.
I'm the SWAC collector, kid. I am the SWAC collector.
I just need a souvenir. I ain't never been down there, so I need me a little rattler, like a little rattlesnake. Yeah, you want to know? Yeah, for sure.
I got, man. You know how much junk I got. You talking about one like this right here?
Yeah, I need some. I got to bring some back. Only if we win. If we lose, I don't want no memories. But if we win, I'm bringing some.
Right. You got to win to collect.
Hey, they telling me to bring that Crown Royal bag back.
Everybody want the glove, man. We got a stone from y'all. We came to Montgomery. I got one of them stones. I got the picture to prove it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
The glove is, we'll see. I might bring it back out. I don't know. See Wells. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna check y'all out tomorrow.
Work out so well last season. I'll put it like that.
Okay, yeah. So, make sure y'all check them out tomorrow, man. 6 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock Eastern. SWAC Smoke on the SWAC Talk Show YouTube channel. For Jerome, myself, JB, this has been a great show. We appreciate y'all. Shouts out to the sponsors, Yard Apparel Brand, Jack Ingram Mercedes. This has been the ASU FAMU preview. We'll see y'all later, man. Y'all be blessed and thanks for watching.